Hey everyone, this is Ani. Welcome back to a new video. And everyone who is celebrating Ramadan, I'm wishing you a very happy Ramadan. And Eid is at the end of this month, so once it comes at the end of this month, I'm going to be wishing you a happy Eid as well. And Holi is on the 14th. So those of you celebrating Holi or Ram Navami, that's starting at the end of this month, I'm also wishing you a happy Ram Navami and Holi as well. So today's reading is going to be talking about what's coming up for you in the next 6 months. And currently we have this cherry lip balm. This is not sponsored, by the way, but if you ever want to sponsor any of my videos, feel free to reach out to me via email, or I think that's the only current way I have of communication. Yeah, here's this cherry lip balm. Let's go ahead and open it up. And it's this pink color. It's very scented. I'm currently wearing this right now as well, and it applies very nicely. But when I think of cherries, I think of love and romance, and I also think of kissing and physical intimacy. It's kind of what I'm getting from that. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Oh, also, everyone, of course, St. Patrick's Day is happening on the 17th as well. So, any of my Irish viewers or any of my lovers of St. Patrick's Day, I am also going to preemptively wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day. You know, March is full of festivities. I don't know why people don't enjoy March as much, but that's okay. And I'm sorry if my shuffling is a bit rough. Okay, what's happening for you in the next 6 months? What is happening for you in the next happening for you? Okay, currently I have the Lover's card and it's in reverse. So they're also the same gender. So I'm kind of going into this topic of you have this very similar energies, very similar mentalities. You might not be exactly the same gender, so you might have a large amount of compatibility. There we go. We have a large compatibility. And I'm struggling really to pronounce these words today. So I'm thinking it's this person struggles with talking to people. So they might have anxiety, they might be awkward, or they might be very shy, and they just struggle in social settings. And then right after that, I have the current present situation being the 10 of Cups, which is talking about this emotional fulfillment. And you see all these eggs and these people getting together and having a celebration. And so I think that's your current issues. These are what's happening currently. And then you have the root cause of this probably due to finances, which is the Four of Pentacles, which is this person holding on to all this money. And the Four of Pentacles is talking about hoarding and being and it's kind of ironic too because he is dressed in green. And so it makes me also think around St. Patrick's time that you're going to be you're going to be holding on to your money more tightly, or you might possibly be lucky. I'm kind of getting two images where you're going to be lucky and gaining wealth or success, because right after that I have the Sun card, and the Sun card is talking about emotional, where it's the sun is beaming down on you and you feel all this warmth and it's a joyous occasion. So in the past, you were very happy and very content. And your advice is to be this Empress, which is this embodiment of I am enough, here I am. And just staring at this picture, she has these feathers and these two doves. And so I kind of feel that you're stepping into your self empowerment. And she's in this beautiful gown as well. And so I kind of see her as she understands her worth and she's not looking straight at the person. And she has this air of coldness to her as well, where it's, oh, I'm nonchalant and you're trying to gain access to me. And I don't think that's going to go anywhere. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is something that you're working on and something you're very dedicated to. But this is something you're not particularly sure about. And you're very confused about, should I be doing this? Should I not be doing any of this? I'm indecisive. And people see this as justice. And justice is going to happen where there's going to be a balance and everything is going to happen. And you're barely starting out. And this person is grasping this coin, this Page of Pentacles. And sorry, I lost my train of thought for a split second because there's a lawnmower in the background, but that's okay. So we have this page who has this pentacle, and so as I was saying, you're barely starting out, barely gaining wealth, gaining any abundance. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is talking about karmic situations and cycles. The Wheel of Fortune is very much talking about the wheel will turn again, but currently you are stagnant. And I think there might be a delay in your process. And for the majority of you, I think this is a mixture of a romantic relationship and a business opportunity. And I'm getting a split sense of there's people who want it to be a relationship and have it build, and then there's this essence of I want to grow my business, I want to have more money, I want to be successful. And there's just a delay in the next 6 months, but there is justice and happiness. So you're slowly reaching that point. And I think you'll reach a point in where you gain momentum. And you're going to have this point of indecision. And I think it's okay to be indecisive. Many people say they don't have their life figured out and they don't know what they're doing. And I really dislike this completely simply because we do know what we're doing. We are conscious of it. It's just, do we have the energy or any inspiration or motives to change our current habits? And the issue I hear and face is habits are very difficult to change because you've grown into a set routine, and breaking from that set routine means you have to make a change in your identity and kind of what you're doing, and you have to rethink what you're doing. And not everybody has the time and energy to do that. And so you have to find times throughout the day where you do feel energized and motivated. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and get you some advice from the Oracle cards. I'm also going to be doing an extra set of Oracle cards. This is because I want to get some timing down for you. Sorry, I don't do some of my shuffling on camera. I don't know if you enjoy my shuffling, but what's happening for you in the next 6 months? What's happening for you in the next 6 months? What's happening for you in the, let me go grab that card. Interesting. So all your cards came up upright. I'll go ahead and talk about this after I get all of your Oracle cards. Advice for you in the next 6 months. 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 Advice for you the next 6 months. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I have Isis, which is the Holy Queen, Mother of us all, embodiment of manifestations of love. This person is going to really struggle communicating with you. And this kind of reminds me of the Empress card as well. And just the embodiment of abundance. And it reminds me of Horus. And so this is Horus and Sobek, the reconciliation of opposites, forgiveness, understanding. And so all this energy is open. And so there's no blockages in this advice. All of this is going to kind of allow to happen. So you have this embodiment of abundance, and then you are reconciling with somebody who is completely opposite of you. So this could be ethnicity, gender wise, because you see a bird and a crocodile getting kind of embracing each other, like greeting each other. And it's also reminding me of the land, of the air. So we have air and sea where they can meet. And so air doesn't entirely mix with water. And water is usually seen with earth signs because plants need the water to grow and be nourished, while the sky doesn't. It's their connection with each other is neutral. It isn't repelling each other, and it isn't necessarily adding anything. It's just a neutral energy for each other. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing with that. And then we have Anubis, opener of the way. And you have the key and the snake as well, wrapped around this tree trying to get to him. And snakes are not always depicted as evil. They're seen as healing energy sometimes. And you definitely see this heart as well in Anubis. So opening the way is, if you're, this is coming from a place of, are you passionate? Are you fulfilled? Do you really want this? And I think it's okay to feel this. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'm worthy of this person. But you definitely have to feel that I am very passionate about this and I want to continue. And I think there can be a struggle with that with outsiders because they're not always the best people to go to for advice. And then we have solar energies, which is transfiguration and alchemic gold. And this is, Umno Ra is the first emperor, well, the first pharaoh of Egypt. And so you might be the first person to do this, to come this way. And I also see these peacocks on his robe where everyone is staring at you. So you might be gaining new status, and you might be able to transfigure and create whatever life that you want. I think this is kind of going back into the habits that I was talking about. And it's very, very much talking about healing whatever wounds that you have. And you also see the snake, which is coming back again. And you definitely will, and some people might associate that with, oh, there are snake people and people out to get you. Of course, there is always going to be that person who wants the worst for you and just wants to see you fail. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get into that and follow that energy. And that's, I think, what that transfiguration is accepting that it might be difficult to swallow, but accepting that hate and not allowing that to bring your energy down. And then we have regeneration, which is beauty. And this is Osiris as well. Transmutation. So it's kind of resurrecting what might have been dead, what you might have given up on and didn't think was possible. And then we have Neith, perseverance, which is talking about, yes, most of the time you're going to have to continue to persevere and continue on the path that you are working on. And then we have Ptah, I think that's how you're saying it, which is skill. And I think this is coming to, I don't know if my skills are qualified or if I'm worthy to do this. And we also have Gib, which is prosperity, and you don't feel very prosperous right now. And then we have Isis, faith and wisdom. She came out twice, actually. And then we have Hua, exploration. And these cards came out upright, so there are no blockages or anything stopping you from this energy. And I think it's interesting that Isis came out twice. So you're very much embodiment of this abundance personality and this character. And exploration. So you might have to explore new opportunities and avenues to gain these skills, to gain prosperity. And I think you might be fixed into this certain outcome. And you just have to kind of break people's walls down and find what really motivates them and what inspires them. And then as for timeline wise, I have intuition with Pisces and full moon. And then we have Taurus, fulfilling days. And we have Sagittarius with potential and contentment with Taurus again. So Taurus season is going to be very important for you. And interesting enough, all these times also came out upright as well. And so I definitely feel this is kind of your green light to you should go for it, and there is nothing stopping you. You might feel a bit of inadequacy and prosperity, but you should just go for it and see what happens. And of course, always make sure you're asking people that you trust for advice and what you should do. But we have intuition with Pisces, which is the full moon. Pisces season just passed. We just ended Pisces season in February. So the beginning half of February was Pisces season. And this might be Pisces in the full moon, and you see this person taking off. But Taurus came out twice, and Taurus is going to happen in April, May, or May, June. Can't remember exactly what those dates are. But definitely you're going to be very nourished. You're going to be going out, you have all these options around you. And people want to help you. And you have so much potential, which is Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius energy is going to be in November, December time. And Sagittariuses are the embodiment of Jupiter and of expansion and just growth overall. And you can see this person just kind of exploding this idea of a home, a place to live, and just kind of that notion of alchemizing, of making something and manifesting it, which is also the power of Isis as well. And then we have contentment with Taurus, where you're going to be in a very safe, happy place. And you see all these cookies around them as well. And so you might be having a sweet little treat as well. And I think overall, things are going to be looking up for you. And I'm excited for what you have in the future. And so, yeah. And if you stayed this long in this video, please leave a bear emoji or a cookie emoji to let me know that, hey, I got this reading and I stayed to the very end. But thank you so much for watching, and happy Ramadan and Eid when that happens, or Holi, or any of the holidays that you celebrate. There's also St. Patrick's Day. But yeah, there are even some holidays that I might not be aware of. But wishing you a very happy whatever you celebrate. Okay, thanks. Bye.